This is really cool. This is really cool. It's amazing because right now, yeah, it's amazing because right now, you are showing up as the King of Cups, my beautiful, beautiful collective. Your energy right now, showing up as the King of Cups. I feel like this is really you, indicative of taking that deep dive. You've been in it. That's literally what is unfolding for you. This spread is what's unfolding for you over the next 4 weeks. Okay. So, King of Cups, doing that deep dive, you're becoming the master of your emotions and feelings. You know what I mean? The King of Cups is also one of the kings that is clearly on the enlightenment path, the soul path. Okay. So again, I could be talking to Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. You could have that dominant in your signs, maybe not. The situation right now, Five of Swords. I feel like for some of you, there's still a level of stubbornness. I feel like when you're doing this depth work too, my loves, is you're being really hard on yourself with this Five of Swords energy. It's like, be nice to my friend. It's really, really important that when you're doing this type of work, when you're doing shadow work, inner child healing, you're healing from past traumas, right? You're working with the karma that you brought in from other lives. It's so, so important to be delicate and compassionate and loving towards yourself because this isn't easy. Okay, it's not easy. And it's like the whole purpose of clearing out the vessel is to free ourselves from that judgment, from that critical judgment of ourselves and then in turn on others. So you're defeating the whole purpose when you're being judgmental and harsh with yourself. For some of you, that's also like a level of stubbornness coming through. The opportunity here, I really, really like this, is the Sun card. Look at this guy. Who doesn't want to be this guy? Like, I want to be this guy. Leo energy, very, very dominant here right now. I've got the Sun card. I've also got the Queen of Wands out, and I've also got the Strength card. It's like the opportunity for you, my loves, is to truly awaken, is to truly allow your creativity to come forth. It's really to truly see things from a completely different perspective and really to allow joy and prosperity to come into your world. You know what I mean? So, what your guides, what your spirit team is helping you with right now is to embrace the Queen of Wands energy. It's to release yourself from drama, from creating your own internal drama, from, it's helping you to detach from other people's drama. Maybe there's a Queen of Wands in your life. This could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But I really, really, truly feel like, this Queen of Wands, she is an entrepreneur badass. She is also a super manifester out of all the queens in the tarot deck. She is the one that has the most gifts in terms of like co-creating and manifesting, but she has to be able to do it with a really judgment free, like it has to be for the betterment of all is what's coming through. So the underpinning of the situation, you are alchemizing. Did I not show you the transmuting card earlier, the snake? Temperance, your angels are with you. You are surrounded by your team. This is really truly about you alchemizing and transmuting energies, emotions, feelings that are lower vibrational, anger and sadness, right? Like there are no good or bad feelings and emotions. They're all just energies. They all have purpose. It's just that we're not meant to sit in them forever. We're meant to learn how to transmute, how to shift from one energy to the other. And that is something that the King of Cups is like the master of. He knows how to take some of those really dense energies, like let's just say sadness, for example. He knows how to take sadness and sit in it and feel what needs to be felt, but then he knows how to release those emotions and feelings by forgiving himself, forgiving others, acknowledging and appreciating the lessons and the gifts and the blessings that have come from that experience. And then he knows how to channel those emotions and feelings from sadness into joy, right? So that is really what is happening when you're clearing your vessel, when you're bringing your mind and your heart into coherence. You're essentially setting yourself up to be able to manifest successfully and get really clear on what you want and bring it in to fruition. So I really, really like that. This is also about really finding your balance, finding your equilibrium. What habits, what thoughts, what things, what activities bring you into balance and keep you there? And what things take you out of that balance. Somebody needed to hear that. So what's coming in for you in the near future within the next 4 weeks is a lot of lessons learned. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of lessons that you're learning from this. A lot of abundance is going to be opening up. You're definitely going to be becoming a lot more skilled at managing this. I feel like a lot of you, for some of you, you may be this may be like your first time, or like you're just really getting into learning how to do these deep dives, right? But I feel like there's something definitely coming through that you're going to be learning. Plans that you've been making, things that you've been working on, they are going to come to fruition. What's exiting the building? And I really, really love this for you guys. The 5 of Wands is exiting the building. This is ego shedding. This is giving me ego shedding. This is giving me the energy that like you are literally crashing and breaking the ceiling of feeling limited, like those limited belief structures, those limited thoughts, those limited behaviors, those limited thinkings, thinking that you can't make the impossible like happen and be possible. You are literally, that's exiting. Like you've learned the lesson of how to shatter that ceiling and literally move past those limiting beliefs. So I really, really, that's totally indicative again of shedding that mask, shedding the ego. So you're shedding a pretty significant layer. For others of you, again, I'm feeling like when I see the Queen of Wands and what they're helping you with, I feel like there could be somebody again in your life that you're like literally exiting the building on because they're nothing but drama. I'm picking up on the energy of passive aggressiveness and you're just over it. You're just done with it. So I really, really like that. It's like how you're showing up to other people, how you're showing up in this whole situation, this whole reading is the badass, McSass, divine feminine leader that you are. And it doesn't matter whether you identify as a male or a female in the physical body. We all have feminine and masculine energies within us. But this is the result of you doing that shadow work. This is the result of you taking those deep dives into the depths of your subconscious and facing the very things that you may have been running from your whole life. Like this is you learning how to really, really be the calm in the chaos. Like you see how she is so gentle and so nurturing towards this beast. Like the lion represents the shadow in this card. It's like you're really, really learning how to let the feminine within you lead you. You're healing. There's a lot of really big healing. You're letting yourself be seen. You're learning how to really let yourself be seen and heard. I really, really like that. So, what is right underneath your nose? And I feel like as we're going through this work, as we are clearing our vessels out, we're shedding these layers of ego, right? What can happen overarching energy? There's the 7 of Swords, and I've got the King of Swords right here, and what's right underneath your nose. I think what's prevalent, what's coming through for me on this right now are the ruminating stories that you've told yourself. Again, this is about really clearing belief structures, the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way that we speak to ourselves, right? This 5 of Swords being really judgmental and harsh with ourselves. That's the situation. The opportunity, again, is to choose the joy, is to really, like, you're doing this work. You're doing this reprogramming of of your mental, of your mind, right? It's really about what's right underneath your nose is potentially these stories kind of rearing back up. And it's your opportunity to say, I know what that is. That's my shadow trying to come up and take its power back for me. But no, I'm the spiritual warrior badass. I've already done this healing work and I'm taking my power back and I'm changing the story. I'm changing the story from stories of I'm not good enough, or stories of I can't do this, or stories of I'm worthless, or I'm sad, or whatever, nobody likes me, or I'm never going to succeed at that. Whatever the stories are for you, you are literally flipping the freaking script, is what you're doing. And you are going from that denser, more, lower vibrational energy. You're choosing the light. You're choosing to be led by the light over the next 4 weeks. And I really, really freaking dig that for you. For others of you, there could also be a King of Swords coming into your life, right underneath your nose. This could be somebody, I don't know, like maybe it's not really like, I mean, I don't know. We're going to move on from that. I'll come back to it and clarify. I feel like it's more or less the mindset and really bringing the mind and the heart into coherence. Because Leo represents the strength card, my loves. And Leo is all about being in the heart, like working from the heart, letting the heart lead themselves. Whereas the King of Swords is like up in the mind too much, right? And so this is, again, about you clearing out the vessel of the mind from all of those limited belief structures, right? And bringing your mind and your heart into an equilibrium, into a space where they're working together, not against each other. So it's like when your heart wants something, when your soul is calling you to do something and your mind is like really, putting it's like, I want to say blocking. It's like blocking it. The mind will block it. The ego will block it. So that's the whole premise of doing this soul work, of this vessel clearing, right? So hopes and fears, 7 of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you, like you guys are like, man, this has been taking a long time. It's like you've put so much work and effort in. It's like, is this going to pan out? Whatever it is that you're working on, is this going to pan out? And it's like, of course it's going to pan out. Ooh, I've got massive left side ear ringing coming in right now. This is a big, big download, a big confirmation. I'm going to give myself just a minute to receive this. Thank you, Spirit. Massive download. It's still going. There's more work to be done. There's more work to be done. It's like, guys, when we're on the spiritual path, when we're doing this depth work, it doesn't end. Right? This is what we signed up for. We made this commitment. This is why we're here and right now. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it depends on how you perceive it, how you look at it. But it's like every time you level up, every time you shed a layer, like you just have more tools. You just have more, your gifts are exploding and expanding, and it helps you along as you progress. So I really like that. So outcome, 4 of Cups. I feel like you're going to be very zen. 4 of Cups. I feel like when you come out of this within the next 4 weeks, you're going to be feeling very calm, very centered, very grounded, right? And the thing that I really love about this is like you are going to be receiving, Spirit's got a gifty for you. You're learning how to be anchored in the present. You're learning how to control and direct the energy of your thoughts. Because again, my loves, thoughts are energy, and we are the masters of our energy. We are the masters of our thoughts, and we can direct that energy and those thoughts wherever we want them to. And so the gift, your superpower, I'm getting massive, massive, massive spiritual chills on the tops of my thighs. If you're going to take any way away from this reading today, my loves, please note that you are the master of your thoughts. You are the master of your emotions. You can choose to continue to direct your thoughts, this energy, towards the past, what you're worried about repeating, what you're worried you're not going to get in the future, and you're just going to get more and more of that. Or you can find your sweet spot right here in the present and stay anchored in the moment, because that is where you will find the gifts. That is where you will get the gift, that cup being offered to you from Spirit. So this is really, really kick-ass. Let's go ahead and start clarifying. I want to get some more